and tries to grab his flag, and the offensive player falls on him, but he's the one that leaned into him, then it's on defense. Other than that, you get a lot of guys that come in there with the ball and they'll try to jump for the first down. And this is the line of the game, they'll try to jump over the line, all that kind of stuff, or squeeze through there. If they make contact and knock that defensive player down, offense. Because it's all, offense's job is to avoid contact.
Protecting of the flag.
Defensive guys are gonna grab the shirt a lot of times and hold that shirt, won't let it go.
Exactly. And
Or
then
they-
where the flag go, I got it.
Or they gonna reach around and hold the guy where he can't run either.
Yeah, and that's not, you know, and really what we're doing, we're just going through everything that we already know.
Somebody said they pay one up to $40 a game.
Deflagging.
We'll get into that later.
Protecting flags. This shows, looks like 10 yards downfield, 15 behind the line, is that right? Is that what I'm reading? Protecting the flags. It says 10/15 yards. I'm assuming it's 10 yards downfield, it's 15 behind the line, scrimmage, to replay the down.
I say what now?
Where you see this at?
Right here,
No,
it
it
says
said
protect
page
the
40,
flags,
page 40.
10/15.
Says yes, it's a point of infraction, and then says yes beyond line of scrimmage, no behind.
That just means loss of down. But I'm guessing that means 15-yard penalty behind the line of scrimmage.
You couldn't have 15 because it goes back to the line of scrimmage.
No,
At the line, at 15 is not the
Usually-
But why does it say, I'm just figuring.
Flag guard is
One of
10.
those misprints.
No, flag guard is 10.
Okay,
And
just keep
Because
Not a
if
misprint.
he's flag guarding past the line
The
of
old
scrimmage,
seven-player
it's
rule.
10 yards and lost it down. If he's flag guarding behind the line of scrimmage, we go from the spot. So we're gonna go 10 yards back and we're gonna
replay the down. Okay, we'll just go 10, that's fine.
Yeah.
I just wasn't sure what that 15 meant, so.
So the line of game might be just 1 yard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
line of
man.
game might be just 1 yard.
And then turn around and get a first down on
They
that.
get the first down, but he flag guards. So we're gonna go 10 yards back and lost it down. So now it's,
Second.
line of the game is like 9 yards.
Or replay, it just depends where that, or
Right.
it can be replayed down.
Yeah, so that's a real thing. Deflagging, illegal deflagging. If you got a guy, he's running, this dude,
Flag him.
and he don't have the ball yet, but he's ready passing the ball,
Put the flag
and he
down.
pulls his flag, and then he catches the ball, and then when he catches the ball, it's dead.
Okay, they lost the flag.
Okay, so what you do is, that's called illegal deflagging. So you get,
We'll go 10 from there?
we'll give, at that point, we'll give them an option. They can take the end of the result, which is that kid catching the ball,
Right there,
or we can mark
10 from the previous spot.
replay the down.
And replay the down.
And, okay.
So you're giving them an option, they can replay the down and take 10 yards from the spot of the ball, or they can just take the result of the play. There might be a 30-yard bomb, and they might not want to go all the way down.
Back there, yeah.
So,
Makes sense.
we don't do the
So
seven
once he
play.
deflags, he can't advance even.
No.
He can't do nothing, it's dead.
Okay.
Yeah, it's dead. And you'll get a lot of guys that know, this here is Adrian Peterson, we're gonna deflag him. They might be doing like that little trick play. Adrian comes around and gets the ball, but he ain't got no flag. Or, now if it's flag, sometimes they just fall off.
Yeah, that happens
With
a
the
lot.
wind, so they'll be running and the flag will just fall off, you gotta kill it. It's dead.
It's dead right there.
It's dead right there. Offsetting penalties, majority of these
Now,
guys
hey,
be doing that.
going back to that other play,
Which one?
the center pole, we were talking about whether the center can,
Mhm.
You can't
be
get his
eligible.
feet.
They can get his flags. But what you're getting is you're getting coaches that are getting more
Smart.
smarter.
Mhm.
So if that center goes in and is going to do that, what you're seeing the guys beside him doing
Yeah.
is button up.
Yeah.
They button up like
So they
that,
can't get the flag.
that's flag guarding.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say you got a coach that gets smart, and say, okay, I'm running this play 2 or 3 times, now they're gonna pull my center's flag, I'm gonna send my center out for a pass. After he snaps the ball, make him snap the ball next time, so they're deflagging at that point? Because the kid, there's no way for that kid to see that ball behind that center's butt. So the coach was doing last year, they was pulling the center's flag every time. So now,
The
they
only
pull the
way-
flag and he goes out for a pass, is it deflagging?
Yes.
If that ball,
Everybody on the field is eligible for a
I'm
pass.
just
Okay, but there's no way to tell that
He's
kid,
pulling-
now
He's
you
pulling
make.
his flag because he knows he's gonna be able to do that little deal.
Right, but see, now you put this guy at a disadvantage because he has no way to see that ball.
If
Right.
he flags him and he goes out and he gets the ball, then you give him the option I just showed.
Okay, but look at this though, okay, now, let's say he does the ball back there. There's no way to know where the ball is. So what does he do? Let that guy go every time or deflag him and take the chance to penalty?
Well, again,
He's a big boy.
if that center is stable and he's not moved, until he makes that movement, they shouldn't be grabbing his flag.
Why not?
Whoa,
No, because now, if you wait till him to do something, that guy got the ball, he's gone already, now he can take off and fool him. So you put this guy in a
That's not what I'm
disadvantage,
saying, that's different than what you just said. What I'm saying
No,
is,
no.
if
Okay,
that
you
center
said-
is right here and he's
You
got
said-
the ball.
You got the ball, bam, I'll pull your flag, okay? You do it 3 times in a row. Next 4 times, you don't even do it, you go like that, I'll pull your flag, now you take off for a pass right here, because you know it's gonna be open. Now you put this guy at the
But
biggest
the
disadvantage.
difference is that is where that ball's
He
at.
has no idea where the ball is, he can't see it behind his button. And there's no way possible to see it.
But again, you know and I know that once a center gets rid of that ball, what do they do?
They're moving, they're standing up,
Standing up.
usually. But here,
Look, I'm one of those coaches, I always go on
If
the, I coach flag football, I
if
use
that
every
center-
advantage there was, and that would have been one of them I would have
If
used.
that
on quick.
center gets rid of the ball and that guy takes off with the ball, okay, he can go out for the pass and he's gonna move.
Mhm.
Okay,
But if he comes back here, let's say that ball is right here and he's got that ball and he's not moved, they cannot, they can get his flag at any time they want. If they think that the ball's there, and they know that ball's there because they see everybody running and nobody's got the ball, then they're gonna get the flag. But here's where it gets tricky, is once that ball gets up here, and let's say that you've got, like one of our kids, we had a kid that, he was good, he's the one that could hold the ball up there with his butt cheeks, but he could also did something else. Once that ball was gone, he still kept his hand in, or he'd keep down here like this. Okay, so when those guys were already gone, he'd still be sitting there like he had the ball still. EJ. And they don't look back and be looking for that ball.
but see,
Ball
that's,
don't go that
that's,
way.
but he's, right, you penalizing this guy now.
I wouldn't penalize him because he's acting
But
like
he
he still has
said,
the ball.
right, but he said it's deflagging if you do it though, see?
I would say if they started that play like that. and
See, that's what I would say, I would be
He has
like,
the
I'm
ball.
gonna let that guy
Well,
not
let me
deflag.
explain something about the deflagging. The deflagging is only in effect if he catches.
Right,
Right.
but if you got a coach like, I used to coach flag,
Yeah.
and I used to use that trick play,
Mhm.
and we didn't have deflagging, but I would, if you use that for deflagging, I would've used it. Hey, because I'm gonna put you at disadvantage now, because you can't just pull this
I wanna
flag.
play something to you. I haven't seen it happen in a long
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you the truth, let's move on to
Every
this
year
one.
that we did it, we never had somebody that ever grabbed our flag.
Yeah.
But last year, I didn't see it go.
I've seen that play,
Yeah,
but I've never seen what you said as far as the center taking off.
yeah, never happened.
It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, well, if you act like you had the ball and somebody
That's
tackles
it.
you, I'm not gonna flag him.
Yeah.
You're acting like you got the ball.
Yeah. The other thing to that is making sure that the coaches tell you guys they got that trick play coming, because that'll help you guys. That way you're keeping an eye on that to make sure it does go clear. But making sure that they're also not putting their butts up on the guy's flags to protect him for that. That's when you start getting into that issue of, can we grab him, can we not grab him, is he legal, is he not legal? You gotta make sure that's all clear.
Faking excessive contact. If in the opinion of the officials, a player fakes excessive contact, that's a 5-yard penalty. I haven't ever seen that. We'll lose penalties. All right, let's go through this one.
Hey, are y'all gonna sell mouthpieces to the kids again this year?
Yeah, we're going to, each coach is gonna be told that they've gotta carry a minimum of 5 extra mouthpieces in their bag. And if they run out of those, they've gotta go and pay my high dollar amount for the ones I'm gonna have at the concession stand. Last year, I went through 35 of them.
Wow.
in a
Oh,
season.
I had some in my bag, I was selling them for $1 too, because I think you got not.
Oh, so they said you on the low ball, they
No,
probably.
they cost, they
go
cost
see
99
Vincent.
cents, they cost
Go see
99
Vincent,
cents at
and
Walmart, so. they
Vincent
cost
knocked
me
$4 off that deal if you go see Vincent.
Yeah, the thing is to get the coaches to do it, because it becomes a burden and a liability on us to keep giving them the
Oh,
mouthpieces.
where is it?
And again, what happens is, again, you've seen it, the kids will go out there and the coaches are telling the kids, puff up your lips.
You
And
know,
they're doing this like
Should
they
make it
got,
seem
so,
like they got
hey,
one.
yeah, so
You gotta
you
do it
guys,
Ask the kid, hey, who don't have a mouthpiece? I don't have one, they'll tell you every time.
yeah,
You
they
You
will.
don't have to sit there and look at
Yeah.
them, who don't have a mouthpiece?
Every time.
That's it.
Now, TYA team last year though, I caught a couple of them where they were
Mhm.
come out there and they all puff up the cheeks like they got a mouthpiece in, smile at me.
Yeah.
No, they shake their head. But,
Okay, I'm gonna go through,
again, that's your guys' job to make sure that they all have them. If they don't have them, they don't play the play.
I'm gonna go through these flag football changes that are different than what's in the book.
They're the same rules that we used last year,
Same as
except
last
for
year.
it's not a 3-man rush, it's 2-man rush. Everything else is the same as we used the years before.
Now, on the 5 yards, is the 5 yards this way as well with the tackle?
Correct.
Okay, so with that, then y'all should already know that if the tackle's on this side and he wants to block, he can block 5 yards this way. 1, 2, 3, you have to take your judgment on that, on this side, and he can block 5 yards. So normally times I do this, so you can kind of tell if they're doing 5 yards. Now, if they go way out there on that sideline, and they still blocking, even if it's passing line of scrimmage, that's a flag. So, and I'm glad, I want to thank you two and you for coming to this meeting, because I'm gonna need y'all to be helping me tell the other officials that are out here, like you and Ken, or, huh?
Who else?
That's not here.
Yeah.
Darryl Wilson, y'all know Darryl.
Okay, yeah.
Brad Murray, he's gonna.
You got Brad Murray. I think they'll let me
Beatty, I
know.
haven't talked to Beatty yet, but Joe Beatty normally does it. And I got like 3 or 4 other guys. Defensive line play. Defensive line will be allowed to use his or her hands to ward off the charge of offensive blockers. No contact to an offensive player's head or vital areas will be allowed. Punching will not be allowed. So what that means is, I'm just illustrating here. If they get up, and then this is the offensive player, they can get right here and get up and shut it. You right here, you the offensive player, and I get up, I have to hit you right here.
Okay, not
Not anywhere in here.
in the frame.
Hit you right here. Okay, either way, on either side.
Okay.
We had them last year though, their kids were locked up. I mean, they're locked up shoulder to shoulder, both of them, you know, and they're pushing. So you're-
Yeah, both arms are like this.
Yeah, the both arms are like that, his arms are on
I'm
his
gonna tell you
shoulder.
what I would've did in that situation. I'll go over and say, hey, coach, hey, 42, he's locking up, 42 every time. Yeah. And if it's legal, let it go. You know, but they should be like this, or like this, instead of like this. Now, if they're like this, as long as they don't
Extend.
push, if they're just like this,
Push or wrap around the
Wrap around the neck,
throat,
yeah.
or they're hooking, if they're hooking.
there was
Some
a
of the
dude
kids,
from TYA, they had a dude that was choking them out every play. So me and TC was, I said, TC, what is going on, man? He said, I don't know, but if you do it again, I'm gonna get that.
anything that comes
Watch
up
that.
above here, or if they're hooking, some dads are teaching their kids already how to get into those shoulders.
No sports don't like.
Can't do that. So it's just basically right up in the chest or on the arms. Either push and roll over, or hands up.
Mouthpiece is a dead ball penalty,
Like that.
so,
They still got that big kid that can push everyone down. He's just so strong.
Who's that?
There was a kid last year, he was just a big
Down to
kid.
church on the move.
Oh, he was a big kid. He just like pushing it.
okay, guys, she's gonna go through some more rules that we.
They're not really rules, they're just adjustments to the park and
Yeah,
some
park
other stuff
stuff.
we need to.
And then I will email this part to you as well, to everybody. And then after this, y'all, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. We went through the rules, nothing has really changed on the rules except for what we already discussed. 6 o'clock is when I want you guys there. 6:15 is when the game starts, the first game. Try to be there as close as you can to 6, because we all know what happens at Nehias Park. Once you get closer down off of Lynn Lane, it starts jamming up on us about 5:30. So you want to try to be there as early as you can. Last year we had it a couple times where referees couldn't make it, or they got held up, or they weren't corresponding with Scott and I. Scott and I would have to take and get out on the field. I don't have a problem doing that. I've been a ref myself, so I don't have a problem doing that. But there's got to be some kind of justification back for it too. And again, if we've got to be out there for the full half, then I don't need you for that full half. I'm going to take the pay for that first half. And then if you're still there at the second half and you want to take the second half over, I'll pay you for your second half. Then if you're not there for that second half, you just ain't going to be getting paid for that game at all. And then if you're there for the second game, if there's a second game, then you can get it then.
Was it 6:15 or 7:30, the game time?
6:15 and then 7:30 is the game times. And then make sure that when you guys are doing your flip, make sure that they're already got their chain guy going and ready, and your guy up there in the press box, and if you don't see him at that time, hey, coach, before I flip, get him up there. That way it doesn't hold you up. We had several games last year where the games were held up because guys not getting up there in time, or, oh, hey, I forgot, or hey, he's in the
What you
pisser.
might do is go over there at 6:10 and 7:25 and get all that part out of the way. So when 7:30, 6:15 goes,
So you still have the home team responsible for the clock and the visitor responsible
for
for
the
the time
change,
clock.
yeah. And then if there's any discrepancy with the clock, just tell me or tell Jimmy, and we'll go take care of that.
Yep.
Because, man, that's very important right there, to get everybody ready early. We've been doing a good job of that.
Yeah, yeah, we did good. We just had a couple parents that were slacking off and then held up the game a little bit. And again, I don't want to have to run in there and get anybody out of the bathroom.
What's the point, you may be getting ready to read, the point spread to keep the clock going, is it 28 or?
It's 15 to keep it off of the board.
I know, but to keep the clock running, it don't stop the clock at all.
Run the rule.
Yeah, it's the same thing as in the half. It's only in the second half, and it's 20 points.
20 points, okay, I just want to make sure, because I was thinking 28, and I'm like, okay, I better make sure this year.
Yeah, it's 20 points, and if
I like
it gets, yeah, if it gets to that, just don't let them stop it. If it does a timeout, unless that timeout is for the other team and they're trying to regroup still and trying to pull something out, let them have that. But the team that's blown out, don't let them have that timeout. Just tell them, hey, it's no sense to do it. If you want to do it, great, have a timeout, but the clock's going to keep running. The other
You
thing,
said that.
Yeah, that was a good point. That was a good
Hey,
point.
that's
though.
it. Jimmy told me to tell you.
Even though there's a timeout, we're gonna run it.
yeah, we're going to run it. Like, if he wants to take the timeout,
If it's a 20-point lead.
yeah, and if he's the leader in the points, let him do that.
That's your job right
Yeah,
there.
let him do that, but then tell him, hey, it's not gonna stop the clock.
That's good.
It's too late for that. If you observe, last year we had a kid on the TYA team that was so ready for tackle football that was not even funny.
Choking them out too.
He was choking them out, and even once they were on the ground and, they weren't supposed to be on the ground, he was body slamming them.
Giving them the business.
Oh, he was.
So you gotta blow your whistle quick on those.
Yeah, that is now considered bullying because of the bullying rules and stuff that we have. That is now considered bullying, and if that continues, that is a flag.
15?
Unsportsmanlike conduct, 15 yards. Yep.
You wanna use preventive officiating with that.
Correct.
To TYA coaches to say, man, 22, man. You all right, you want me to throw them out?
And you can.
What you wanna do?
If you flag a kid for the second time, and he's doing the bullying thing, and they can't control him, he comes out of the game.
Oh, yeah.
Pull him out of the game. Flag him, tell him to pull him out, put him this in. But then when you do that,
2 years ago, I'm paid up with it.
No, you went.
With the money.
but then when you do that, yeah, oh yeah, this is what drove all that.
Let me call Jimmy in advance. Hey, Jimmy, go get the, we're ready to do something here.
She said, get your butt up in the stands right now. And I said, TC, man, why are you trying to get shot? What you doing, dude? And he just went crazy to these two women. And then he said, who you talking to? One of the coaches. Who you talking to like that? And I just knew, I haven't known one of the guys, Gus, who was assistant coach. And I said, Gus, you got that? He said, man, come on, man, that's you don't want to mess with me. DC, son, Derek, I ain't trying to get everybody out there, broken arrow, trying to act crazy.
Now, when you do, if you flag a kid and you throw him out of the game, remember the number. Because if the kid comes back in and he plays a play and makes the infraction again, that's your issue.
Forfeit?
No, it's not forfeit. But again, if the kid comes in there,
I say eject the coach.
that's when it gets into the eject the coach issue. If he comes in and he keeps trying to bring the kid in, or if they're switching jerseys, which has never happened, but we did have them where they're ejected out of the game, they try to bring the kid back in.
Yeah.
Remember the number and let him know that he's kicked out. If he comes back in the game and you catch it, coach comes out of the game.
I think if you try to play an ejected player, high school.
Yeah.
Same thing with coaches. You eject a player, or a coach, I want to know. I want to know right then, because he's no longer going to sit on the sidelines and ref or coach,
We'll come get it out.
he's coming out, he's gonna watch the rest of the game from the parking lot. Same thing with the bullying on the coaches. We had a couple coaches last year that wanted to mouth off to other coaches during the game and a lot of jawing and stuff. That's unsportsmanlike. Throw it. And again, I'm warning these guys this year, just like I did last year, you know, hey, we're not gonna tolerate it. You guys are first-year coaches, for the majority of them are first-year coaches. It's about the kids, it's not about you, it's not about the parents, it's not about a trophy.
The other coach should never talk to the other opposing players.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
That's-
That needs to be nixed in the bud.
Yeah, that's considered bullying.
Yeah.
That's bullying.
That's considered bullying. So if you see
I had
it,
that happen.
make it known. Don't do it again. You talk to this player like that, or you talk to another player, or you coaches keep jawing each other, you'll both come out of the game. It's not gonna be tolerated. And again, that's not a broken arrow rule on the bullying, that's a city park rule. Just like it's city park rule now, don't know if it matters to you guys, but if you guys are concealed carry carriers like myself, can't carry it into the park.
Always got my heat in case something break down.
But, yeah, you
Now,
can't
what
carry
is
it into the park.
Let me ask, what is the rule if let's say for instance, Jimmy's son says, that was a horrible call, Vincent? Or cusses you, flag, how many
15
yards?
yards.
15 yards, okay, the seven says, you still horrible, you suck, go on back home.
Now you're gone.
Now you're going.
He go see his dad.
That
That's
brings
30.
up the other call
30
too
yards.
that we
Now, is that
have.
30?
Yeah, it's 30.
Well,
You get two flags.
you can't penalize twice for
No.
ejection.
Yeah, it is.
Okay,
It's two
now,
flags.
on
Listen,
that. I know
it's
it-
two
it used to
flags.
be three?
No,
Yeah,
it's two.
Is
It used to be 3.
It used to be three, didn't
Oh, it used to be 3?
What? My sports flag has always been two.
it? No.
Oh,
No,
maybe here, I don't know.
yeah, it's always
Well,
been
it
3.
used
We've
to be
always.
three when we gave them 15-yard penalty, they say something else, we throw it up again, another 15-yard
Yeah, we ain't
penalty.
so happy anymore, so
And
it's.
then the third time, we toss them after the 30-yard penalty. So it would be
You
15,
give them 15 yards,
Again.
second time you throw your head up there.
You're saying 2 penalties before you eject them.
But if you want two, Jimmy, this year, we want 2 or 3?
We're doing 2.
Okay, so first time, give them 15.
15, and then
Second.
You're gone.
Still
15 to ejection.
Wow.
Oh, 15 and
Now, if
ejection.
it's something that said the only one to hear it is you and him, then you might give him 1. But if he says something like, ah, you throw it.
Oh, you talking about
So
coach
the
or player?
clouds will catch you, huh?
You said
Either
player or
one,
coach?
coach or player.
Both.
Look at this,
Either
I
one,
tell you,
either one.
I'm gonna tell you, I do not give players warnings.
Yeah.
You're adult, and I'm gonna still, hey, you're gonna be a kid, I'm gonna make you be a kid the whole time.
And if we do warn anybody, let's make sure we get all that out of the way the
Oh,
first couple of weeks.
I warn
After,
coaches.
when it gets to October and we get down close to the playoffs, they should already know everything. So go ahead, I'm sorry.
The other thing is too, we were talking about that, yelling at the referees. Same thing with begging calls. If they're begging them, man, throw them out there.
Yeah.
throw
Begging the
flags
call
down.
is- Let me explain to that real quick, one second.
One guy, he's gone.
If this kid is running to the left,
Mhm.
and he's flag guarding, you're gonna defense is gonna say, hey, ref, are you gonna call the flag guarding? What you do, call flag guard, and I got a 5-yard, begging call. Cause you're trying to make me
Call it.
call that call, so you call, so you gonna mark, what's it?
No, you don't mark
Flag
it, they
guard
offset,
10.
we played it down.
No, no,
Yes,
No, he's right.
reset,
No.
offset,
No.
they both live balls. They reset,
No.
they don't carry, one is 15, one is 5, they reset.
Who told you that?
Offset, that's
Well,
football.
anytime, it's just like if you have an
Only if
offensive
they dead
penalty
ball,
and
you'll
the
walk
play
off
is still
one.
going, and then you have a defensive penalty, then you got offsetting penalties there. It doesn't matter whether one of them's
If
10.
I'm not mistaken, I'm begging to call it a dead ball penalty. Even though
Well, it
they're
would be
begging,
live
even though
at the
they're
time.
begging within the line,
Oh, no, he's right, coaches, if it be a dead ball,
it'd be a dead
He's
ball
not
penalty.
gonna-
he's not gonna beg during the play,
Yeah,
probably.
he's gonna lose.
A lot of times when-
You don't wanna penalize him that bad, you just wanna teach him a lesson.
Yeah.
Well, normally what you do, a live ball, you mark 10.
Right.
10 yards, and then you mark 5 back with the dead ball.
If they was on
That's
32.
in EOP, which is in.
But now the kid got punished because you threw the flag only because the coach sent it. Now he got a loss of down, he only gave him 5 yards.
But again,
Regardless of what the result